I wanted to be a mortician. See, a lot of people know that. My dad used to have a funeral home back then. And so at the end of the day, I was like, man, I'm finding out I'm in a different major. I'm not seeing no mortician. I'm like, wow, I was told all this, and this ain't true. So, I figured out, like, I went to diving into my credits. I said, I can graduate early. It's just I got to stop playing ball. I just got to take $300 straight in line. Then I got to pay another $190, another $180. I really got to be in my bag because I got to get these classes done before these 3 weeks up. And that's what I did. So, graduating when I did that, and they took the credits what I did, because when I went to JUCO, some of my credits were too high for JUCO. So they had to take some to mix it to get me a GED for general studies. So that's when I ended up being an early grad at JUCO. And then when I graduated in a year, semester. See, I came in the spring, I graduated in the spring, and then I played that fall at Tennessee Martin for grad school, 6 hours.
Welcome to the Success Journey Show. Let's travel together through the lives of individuals on the road to success.
Yo, what is going on? Success Journey Show. Man, it's Ricky Venters and Marlon Madden. We're back with you for another episode, man. But it is a special episode. I know we always say things are special, but just look. Look at the camera, right? If you're on the podcast right now, if you're on iTunes, if you're on Google Play, if you're on whatever podcast platform you usually listen to this on, I gotta stop you, okay? Go over to YouTube. You can go to the Success Journey Show, FCF. Go and look at those platforms so you can get a visual of us today, man, because we live and in person, not just live on a Zoom screen like we've been weeks before, but we live and in person.
Yes, sir.
And we got a phenomenal guest with us today. And we're going to dive into his backstory and everything. But first, we want to thank you guys for just joining us again. We wouldn't be here without you. So we just want to thank you again for all your support, your love, support, your feedback, all that kind of stuff, because that's what pushed us to the next level. So we're going to jump right into it today. We got none other than Cecil Cherry with us today, man. And he's going to give us a little bit about his backstory, who he is, and we're going to have a good time and conversation. So Cecil, man, thank you for joining us today, bro.
Appreciate y'all, appreciate God, and appreciate the family for bringing me in this world to have this opportunity. But my name's Cecil Cherry, you know what I'm saying? With y'all brand, my journey match it. Not alone, I come from Frostproof, a little small town out of Polk County, Central Florida, right in the middle, Orlando, Tampa, Miami. We got 30 cities. Like, we the only county to have right now current 41 division offers for high schoolers right now currently.
Wow,
So, just coming back where I come from, we do it in the backyards from Little League. And not only that, like, when I came out of high school, I had like over 40 offers. It was crazy. I was committed to Tennessee since the 8th grade, went to the Nike opening, did all that, signed with Texas Longhorns. And I seen, you know what I'm saying, from what, like, it's probably a dream with my family to try to lead me at. Like, go where you know what I'm saying, SEC, you would dominate. And long story short, we take our own paths, and we, you know what I'm saying, our journeys, we teach, like I say, y'all dream, drive, discipline, intelligence is everything, because you got to, it's adversity going to come with it. Man, my godfather, Ray Lewis, Alvin Harper, Travis Henry. Long story short, my brother, Demetrius, that played in the NFL. A lot of people I look up to, Dezelle Perryman, Darren James, me and him was the top out of Polk County 2015. So, not only that, I went to Texas, and then incident, father and child scrum, which it ain't no long loss. We all came to agreement. And then I said, all right, I see for what I see. And then I transferred to South Florida. ESPN put out I was transferring. I wasn't transferring. So, I didn't comment back because I'm 18, 19. So I know, like, what politics do. They made like you the bad person. Then, like, you have a water break. So they put on ESPN like I was upset, but I really wasn't upset. I was taking a water break. That's what the NCAA had brought that rule in. Like, Texas is hot. So all colleges had to take a break, water break. So next thing you know, I went to South Florida with Willie Tiger and Raymond Woody, and we redshirted. I redshirted, balled out at practice, and then my opportunity came. I seized the moment. And then NFL teams sat me down about special teams, and I took it in for granted, which I learned the X's and O's parts, you know what I'm saying, through my journey of saying, like, all right, think about it, man. You took from learning being around pros to eating at a calf every day for free, the living, playing in the Buck Stadium, all that. So I end up 30 tackles, 2 TFLs, second league tackle on defense, but I took special team. I played a big part, and I was able to play offense too. And then, Coach Taggart went to Oregon. They asked me to go, and I went JUCO. Last Chance U, Oklahoma. We got 3 current players on the NFL roster right now. Christopher Clay Brooks, Jacksonville Jaguars, Davion Taylor, Eagles got drafted 3rd round. Josh Johnson with the Seahawks recently, and all of them played. And we all played together at Last Chance U Conference in East Mississippi. But I played at Oklahoma. So, like, if you seen Last Chance U, it's like the curse. So it's like, man, they never won and all that. Maggie Lake, all that. Clarksdale, Mississippi, dirty South. You know what I'm saying? So I was there, and I took in and went. That's why connection, you don't burn bridges. And I went there. My high school coach, former cousin from Bartow, Bam Bryan, and Coach Jenkins that I won a victory championship with. They called him like, man, I know how you is. You're a dominated player. Just go and be you. See, Buddy Steven got mad because I didn't want to come. I was saying, I'm going to come. I kept everything on local. When you leave USF, it's like, it's D1. So now I'm going to JUCO. So now everything humble you. It's like everybody go away. You're not knowing, you know what I'm saying? Imagine if I would have took that Tennessee route where I was going to do Wildcat, linebacker, and then I'm running with people. I don't know who really for me. So that's why I say this y'all brand match my journey. So a humble side come in because you going from eating in the cafe every day to going to JUCO. You only eat one meal on the weekends at 3 p.m. I'm in Mississippi. So I'm in the jail, man. It's like, it's a humble stage, and I was making like 20 tackles a game. So my coaching staff that was around, they made it like, you know what I'm saying, like family atmosphere. But the players, we had a close bond knowing that we trying to make it out. Yeah. So we beat the curse, and then I went to Grambling. I graduated early.
Oh, Grambling.
I graduated early, and I had Defensive Player of the Year, all that. Set a JUCO record, 80 tackles, 71 solos, 4 picks. I ran the whole conference. And I went to Grambling. Then I ain't one to pledge and do all, you know what I'm saying? I respect all the fraternities. I respect everybody. But at the end of the day, I found out that I had a loan taken out of my name. And then I had to go fix that because my name is my name, my social, my identity, my respect. You know what I'm saying? So I had to fix that. And then I had to pay rent, you know what I'm saying? And the humble stage came in, which I knew all I had to do was graduate. I had that 5th year. So I played ball, and it was a great experience. I mean, I don't regret nobody doing my journey. I don't regret nothing I did because Cecil made the choices. I had to make a choice to graduate early to have my 5th year. And I mean, you got to take a risk in life. If you don't gamble and take a risk, but move out faith, not sight, a lot of things can happen. You know what I'm saying? It might be clouded, but I'm going to see through that storm. I know I'm going to get the guy on the other side. But at the end of the day, all that came about. I had to pay $475 my rent, and scholarship was taken. But I had so much, like Grambling, I had so much respect outside of football, like the atmosphere of the coaches, family, Eddie Rob III, the whole staff. I mean, teachers, Miss Carletta White, and all of them, man. I took that in. Man, I'm finna show them and make them proud when I leave and go do what I gotta do. I understand I was making like choices which I could have stayed, played it out, but I was like, man, it's my life. I come from nothing, so I need to, you know what I'm saying, make it happen because I had a hard background. I had a hard background coming out of high school, not alone, Little League, all that. So it's just a diversity. Everybody can see. You got to see it through. You got to see it through. We got a barbecue, not mildew. You know what I'm saying?
You got a barbecue, not mildew.
But after that, not only that, Tennessee Martin called. This our guy work. I ended up graduating instead of going home. You know how everybody go home spring break. I had that atmosphere when I played and had a pick 6 at Grambling and all that. Before I played with coming out being the #1 JUCO player. But I was like, it's a business tip right now. I got a business decision. I was going to go D2 to Delta State. A guy called UT Martin. Coach that coached me, he was recruiting me when he was at Marshall because when I came out of Frostproof, they wanted me to play running back and linebacker. So I was an athlete. So next thing you know, man, I said, Coach, I'm going to come. They had a bad record. We end up having like a 9-3, but we end up winning more games and beating Jacksonville State that had all these people drafted. And I was to play, started 2 games, 80 tackles, 9 TFL, 6 PBUs, 4.5 sacks. First game I started, was Jacksonville State. I had 15 tackles, 5 quarterback hurries, 3.5 sacks, and 4.5 TFF in one game. First time starting. Then UT Martin. Then I went to the Hula Bowl and everything. When you know that FCF conference, you got a long conference play.
Yeah.
And we fell short to it coming out to be a tie between Austin Peay and Southern Missouri when we had the chance to beat them. But after that, I went to the Hula Bowl, had a top performance in Hawaii. This the ring right here.
Okay, I'm going to ask you about the ring. I'm going to get to him.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to him.
This is state championship. But after that, I went to the Hula Bowl. Then COVID hit, 2020. I was supposed to be drafted 4th round or undrafted because Baltimore was talking me to the whole process. And then I was like, man, it's really, you know what I'm saying, it's going to happen, my dream. Did not having no pro day, and then I drove from, I've started working. You not knowing, you know what I'm saying, not knowing what's going on with these, you know what I'm saying, with the pandemic, with everything. So it ain't like you could just go into somebody's stadium. You got to have the COVID vaccine and everything. Yeah. So scouts couldn't go out and see you. So coming from it, my journey was already how it was. So they acknowledged me of getting my degree, and then I graduated with criminal justice major. I made everything happen quick. Took 19 credits. I stopped playing football in the middle of the year, and I was like, all right, I know what I could do. I could graduate. I got the stats. Ain't even about that. I'm gonna show that I could get my degree, then that thing, you know, I'm still gonna chase what God blessed me with. At the end of the day, you can't. It's either in you or not. That dog in you, you can't teach it.
No.
So you know what I'm saying. That's why they say have faith, not sight. You might think you showing me clouded, but I'm gonna see it through. At the end of the day. But I went to working, lawn service, and then in the sun from 1 to 5. You know how it is down south in Florida. Hey, that sun hot.
Yes, sir.
I'm the Orange Grove.
Yes, sir.
County. So I mean, walking with a blower, long weed eating the mobile apartments, and you know how it is, like how we don't have no trees when it's down and it's sun. It's sun, and I'm working 5 hours walking in the sun, weed eating and doing all that. I'm like, what's going on? I know where I'm supposed to be, but this the type of work I like. I love labor work. I grew up off that. So next thing you know, after that, I hear about FCF first season. Then I'm like, oh man, what's Coach Jenkins hit me up? Everybody hit me up. I drove from Florida to Pittsburgh. Because everybody like, man, what happened? I thought you was going to go to the league. And where I come from, we come from Florida, people think like, it ain't no other ways to make it. That's it. Man, there's ways to kick the front door and back door down. Sometimes you climb through the window if you know the right person. So that's that. You know, after that, I drove from Florida to Pittsburgh, and then I did the tryout, and then boom, I get a call. I got a contract with Coach Jenkins. Then I stayed in South Carolina with my family a little bit because when I was gave away, they called me Quan, and it was a long story and all that. And next thing you know, I have, after that, I balled out season 1, had fun, and then I just like, I was in that mind, I need to get where I need to be. And then spring league call, boom, I went up there, top prospect, that's not called the USFL. Then next thing you know, after that, I went back home, went to working in Walmart warehouse, and I worked to go to the hub. And Tom Brady camp recently, me, Reuben Foster, Brandon Marshall, I was just there in September. Went there, #1 signing for an NFL contract by sport illustrator, still ain't getting nothing. Then I go to training in Louisiana with former Doug Williams, Coach Butler, his godson that worked in the league 7 years and recently, but he trained right now, got his own facility. I was training with getting ready for pro day again. Then it got canceled again. Then you know the rules. Only players that played last year, they won the OVC. And then I couldn't do it. Then they moved it to Tennessee Vols on the 29th. So I had already talked Mr. Ray, I say, man, if pro day get canceled, I'm come. Because the USFL called me. I'm like, y'all promised y'all were going to bring me in, but I wouldn't need too much tripping. I played against that same talent. So I know that's spade from a spade or joke from a joker. So you know what I'm saying? You can't play me with football because it's either in you or not. You can be there and try to say politic things, but when they get on the field, you gonna smack some or you gonna and it ain't gonna be me. Yes, sir. In the dirt every time. But not only that, I came back season 2 and I'm seize the moments and the opportunity of the dream, drive, discipline, diligence. It's all together.
Yes,
I love these right here. You know what I'm saying? I just keep looking at it.
Hey, we're gonna have to get you up here, baby. Yeah, we got to get you up here.
But long story short, I mean, I'm seeing everything and all the dots connecting together, and my journey is wonderful.
Hey, I want to ask you a question. A lot of people are going to hear that story and they're going to be like, all right, man, yeah. But talk about what kind of shape you got to keep yourself in, how you got to work on the back end. Because a lot of these kids, they'll see Steph Curry, they'll see even, let's talk about even T.O., right?
Most definitely.
And they'll see these guys in this shape and they see them playing, but they don't understand what it really takes to be in the shape that you do to play professional sports.
Most definitely. You got to.
Talk about that stuff you did off the court and in the background.
Man, long story short, like I said, I was grinding. I mean, I ain't see what what's gonna happen. You never knew what was gonna happen. You back home in Polk County. It ain't nothing. You got haters, you know what I'm saying? You got people envy your own family. So how I grew up, man, with my pops, and police used to harass us in Little League and stuff, and he used to bust in how I think he was doing what he do. He went to prison shooting up a street, and I was gave away. So can't nothing else offend me. So I know that football is what I am. I love football. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? This is who I am. This is what God brought me this world to do. So being in shape is very important. Like I was working in the sun for 5 hours, then going to work, I was getting a little feet work in, then going to the boxing gym doing 6 a.m. working, and that's a boxing. Man, 20 rounds, 3 minutes, hours, man.
Boxing's no joke.
Man, working out with them, I promise you, you're going to lose weight and you're going to get quicker. You're going to be light on your feet. That's what I'm going back home to do in Winter Haven right now. And, I mean, after that, you just got to work on your drops, work on your fundamentals, and work on being in shape. Because Coach Jenkins, man, when I go back, I got a Coach Jenkins. He a Q-dog. He train, run. We do 110s, 15s, and then a warm-up an hour. Then we do.
Yeah,
so
you warm up for an hour. You like, all right,
where
let's
we
get
come
started
from,
now.
you got to, you know what I'm saying, condition. My daddy used to have me in the Orange Grove. So, man, you got to work. And when that moment comes, you got to season and be ready. So being in shape is very important.
You know, I didn't understand. So, Marine Corps, I'm in the Marines. So,
But you don't work that hard.
I do, man, like that.
You don't work that hard.
So I went to Florida. That's what I was telling you how I got down there. I was recruiting in Florida, and they're like, hey, for the high school game, we want you to come and flip the coin. I was like, all right, man. So I get on the field, and I'm looking. I'm like, am I at an NFL game?
Yeah, it's
they
crazy.
Take basketball. They take football seriously.
Yeah, well, definitely. Little lead and all in Florida.
Oh, my gosh.
Florida? Yeah.
Hey, we cover the dirt with it.
I was like, oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Every week, under those lights, it's full. And
Full
them boys
throttle.
is
Going.
And then in the summertime, those boys, I think they just had to stop them to do 2-a-days.
Most definitely. Man, no lie. We had, in my high school in Frostproof, alone, Xavier Gaines, Khalil, Kajana, I could go on about Rambo. We had alone, everybody had more than 16 offers. And I alone had 30. So every day we both played. Like in Frostproof, we were a small community, so everybody play offense, you can play defense, you got to play.
You play both sides,
You play everything, and then 2-a-days, like you say, 2-a-days, we hitting each other at practice. Then we're going back and chilling at the hood in Lakeview. Then we're going back to practice and hitting each other again. So we know we're trying to make it out.
Yeah.
Not alone, Little League. I used to play 3-4 games a day. My dad used to take all us on the back of the truck. Police used to harass us. Nah, he giving back. Y'all tripping. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I seen, you know what I'm saying, like, it's serious. We take Super Bowl and Little League like it's the real NFL Super Bowl. I mean, it's that serious, so he knows.
I know it.
And then Friday night, that's when the lights come on. It's the show.
Friday night lights,
No
yeah.
joke.
That's
At
nice.
first, I was like, nah, I'm not going to go to the football games. But I recruited more kids being at that football game because everybody knew me. Because if I didn't get seen before, on Friday night, every parent was there.
Oh, my God.
The whole school was there. Everybody was there.
And then in Polk County, I mean, I was in a small Frostproof. So, I mean, you in Lakeland, not alone, you on everybody's article. Like, if you do something and the ledger got you out, you're going to be in all 30 cities. They going to know who you is. Regardless. And not only that, I had a big family, Cherry family where I'm from. And so we connected with a lot of people. And it's like, man, everybody know, and everybody in Polk County know. I know who, like Darren James people, we growed up, so everybody know you. Sometimes you got them, man, them small jokers in Polk County. They be them dogs.
Tear you up. Tear you
They
up.
be them dogs.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
he know what he
yeah,
talking about,
yeah,
Florida
yeah.
boy. Everybody,
Man.
if politics take away aside and judge the heart of what the kid love and where he come from and see he trying to take care of his family, man, it's got to be a limit. They better not let me be a coach. I'm going to Florida.
Man, exactly. Dude, when you say that, bro, like, you know, there are a lot of kids out there that they see people on the screen and like, yo, I aspire to be like them, right? So they'll go outside and play, you know, two-hand touch, at most, you know, play tackle a little bit, right? But what I love what you're saying, man, it's like a culture where you came from. Like the expectation was you're going to the league, right? You coming out like, all right, boom, you gone on this football field. Your expectation is you're going to the league, right? So like but you talked about other different distractors that are there that can kind of hinder people from reaching their dreams. Like how did you stay focused on just like, hey, man, you know, I have a mission, I have a purpose, this is what I'm trying to do. How did you stay in that zone?
Man, sometimes you just got to sit back and isolate yourself. You got to think. You got to. Because, man, you can keep moving and keep going. I mean, I did that during my journey. So, I mean, I know that the decision I made. So I was like, nah, I just know how to dodge it. You got to keep going. You got sometimes like T-Wiz talking, you got to hit him with the devil move. But, I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes you got to let you know your real support and your fake support you're going to see. Because they're going to see, like, if you isolating yourself training, and they're going to see the outcome of seeing, like, when the accolades or more going to come and it's staying consistent, they'll see that he's been putting in the work. That's why he's been isolating himself. So, I mean, working to not just hanging around everybody. Everybody in the hood, they doing the same thing.
That's right.
They either working for the police or they hating on you and you're trying to help them. But at the end of the day, I pray for all my people. People that hate me or not. I don't know. It got people in this world that they ain't making and see the next day. So during my journey, like I ain't mentioning it, but in the Hula Bowl, like before I had to go train, get ready for the Hula Bowl, I got hit in the car. I seen my life flash before my eyes. I mean, I was going to workout training. So, I mean, think about if I wasn't doing the right thing. I had just slept the whole day and spun me around 360, and still God put me on the opportunity and woke me up. Like, it was a lane, two-way lane going this way, two-way lane going this way, four divided lane. And then, like, you know, a turnpike, a little swoop coming around. He could go over to go that way. I promised I was going. And next thing you know, I seen him. I hit the gas pedal. He spun me all the way to the other lane going that way. Luckily, by God, the diesel, all that, I don't know how, when he hit the gas tank, I hit the gas, I said, it's over with. Once I woke up, everything was over. I said, Lord. And then the car was surrounded. They thought I was gone. And then I went to the Hula Bowl and put on performance. That's when I knew life was real. I was like, well, you put me here for a reason. Because I was already had a life before when I was gave away as a baby. So at the end of the day, I was like, man, God, you know I was harassed in high school. Even though my pops wasn't on that, he got out of prison. I changed his life. And it just, I was like, it's a miracle. So so
Dude, I love your perspective, bro. Like, it's just like you looking at the big picture of it, right?
Most definitely.
And, you know, when you start talking about your journey and you start talking about when you got to that collegiate level of playing, like, I'm not even going to lie, it felt like you talked about a whole career.
Most
like,
definitely.
just
Definitely.
within that, like, it was like, I'm going here, there, I'm doing this and doing that. Boom. Yeah, you know, it's crazy. So, like, did you, like, with the different moves that you had to make and the different decisions you had to make, talk about the counsel that you had to make sure that you were surrounding yourself with in order to, like, make the right move. I know even what you share with us, I know there's probably plenty other just decisions that had to be made around that. And if you don't know, like, you can easily make a decision that's just
no lie, man. When I made that first decision coming from I like Texas and South Florida. Yeah. I mean, I knew like this is what you gotta do. Take your good and leave the bad. Mm-hmm. X and O's, learning all that. Cause come from Florida, we learn get ball, see ball, hit ball, big athlete. You're not gonna tackle me. And then you got your family members on the field, so that can say Florida. It's real close. So it's like, man, when you get to college, it's like now you gotta have the talent, and then you gotta learn the fundamentals. Then you gotta take the coaching. Then you got the experience of going to weights. You gotta learn how to manage all that, and then not alone, everybody gonna have fun. College is college. You see what it is. College, so you gotta manage all that and be a pro. You being watched that all the time. So I was able that redshirt year. I was able to get ahead in the books and then learn. And then I knew I couldn't play because NCAA, they tried to put a PL in because Coach Tiger wanted me to play immediately. So that didn't work, but I still say I'm going to improve. I'm going to improve. Watch you in front of me. I'm going to do what I got to do in practice, go full speed. I'm going to 6 a.m. Friday workouts before the games. That's how you do red shirts. And I'm like, I'm going to go hard in there. I'm going to go hard in practice. I'm going to seize the moment. In spring, I got my opportunity. And, I mean, it's just like I had to stay focused on the goal. Because I had plenty of people around me that made it, like, through a back door, like Montreal, Meander, Mac, couple people, man. I could go long. Let me see. Recently, I know that kicked the back door. That's a lot of them. I got so many of them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I go on and on. De'Aaron Johnson, slow grind. Cleveland, that rush for that 100 against Denver. Man, I used to go against him, Quentin Flowers, Marlon Mack, Darius Tice, every day. None but Miami boys and South Florida boys. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
So Deidre Nichols, he's in the CFL right now. He ain't nothing but like 5'3", 5'2", and a dog in the heart. All in Canada right now. You know, at cornerback.
Wow.
My
cornerback.
Yeah,
5'3".
I promise. I'm not even lying to you. I promise. You can look at that Deidre Nichols from Miami. Played at Miami Central. Played at Miami Central. So next thing you know, not only that, I played on and on. I go, Scantley, Marquell Scantley, my dad, Scantley Adams, that receiver that played at Green Bay. Man, A.J. Johnson. I was just in Denver with him. I seen his journey because I was supposed to replace him at Tennessee. So a lot of people done kicked that back door in front of me that I know that I could call and say, "What's up, bro?" A good laugh. Terrence Williams, Kendall Wright, Martellus, I done built a relationship with all these boys. Like, I promise you, learning just experience of not only that, like, everywhere I went, I knew somebody made it, and I stayed close with them and see them made it. It's just like I made it 2 hours apart to learn them and understood them. Not let the media say, this person did that, that's who they is.
Correct.
Instead of judging, that's why I say you never judge a book by the cover because without reading the chapter, because it ain't no limit on sins. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? We have our days. Exactly. So at the end of the day, all you got to do is keep on rolling like that train.
That's it, dude.
You've been listening to the Success Journey Show. You can check us out on our social media on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Also on our website, thesuccessjourneyshow.com. Enjoy the rest of the show.
I want to ask you a very big question, and I know you said it already about the X's and O's. I was watching I'm Athlete, shout out to Brandon Marshall, and Justin Gatlin was on there, and he was talking about, he's a sprinter.
Definitely.
They're like, hey, we want to, usually they try to make sprinters into football players because they know they're fast.
Definitely.
So he was like, hey, I was looking at the X's and O's, and the guy beside me, that was his roommate, when he was trying to try out for some NFL team, he was like, that guy went to his bed, and he was looking at the X's and O's like, what in the world?
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I'm just going to be bad tomorrow, but I'll learn it. He said he went out, he got destroyed, he didn't know what to do, and then he said that night, he thought he was just going to go back and study that same book. They gave him another one.
Yeah,
Said, hey,
it's quick.
Here's some more X's and O's.
It's quick.
Talk about learning the plays, knowing exactly what to do so you can be effective out there.
Most definitely. You got to know what to do because if you playing slow, they can't see your potential. And you got some guys out there, like when you know what to do and you're a dog, it show that they don't know what to do, but some can hide it when they coach's favorite. So, but at the end of the day, like if I'm competing with a person, I know like you got to be real with yourself sometimes. If I know he's good in the playbook, he's good at being a leader, I know I'm physically, I know athletically wise, I'm better than him, I'm going to suck up something from him, learning his leadership role. So just sitting there knowing the XO, knowing what person, knowing where your help going to be. Like I play linebacker, so I know if I attack a running back, it's a pitch, 11 on 11. I know that I'ma keep everything inside out. I'ma stay inside. I know my force my DB or my outside linebacker, he got to force it back to me. Why would I run and give a cutback lane?
Correct.
So that's why you got to know what everybody doing, the X and O, what everybody doing, so you could play faster and look at film. Now you know the X and O, you look at film. Oh, I know what I did. Ain't no better coacher than knowing the mistake you did before the coach know. You come to the sideline, coach, I overran this. Coach, even though he's telling you, he know you know the X and O's.
Correct.
Coach, I supposed to did this. Like he can work with you.
Yeah.
And you give a coach something to work with, and you learn. Like no question is never a dumb question in the office of trying to learn something in the playbook. Because I mean, the quality coaches when I was in college, you gotta go suck up knowledge from them because they doing most of the coach dirty work, putting the film together, writing on the practice sheets, putting the cards up. At every experience you can have with football. So I took all that with me, and that's why I seized it through every moment.
Yeah, man, I tell you, that's important. Yeah. That's important. Brother, I'm telling you, I feel like I already went on the journey with you, and your life is like a movie, man. and like Rick said, and it's not done here either. So talk about some of the stuff that you want to, what are you trying, the aspirations, the goal that you're trying to aspire and reach? Yeah.
Man, my goal is here, I ain't gonna lie, to come back and win the championship. First get through practice during the week, take a day at a time, get through the playoffs, and lead the heavy hitters to a championship, whatever defense we lead on. And know that, because we already made history making a zero shootout. It's just by knowing that I finished how I wanted to complete my journey, but it ain't done. I want to be the first one signed out of here 2.0 because I'm a vet coming back. So, I mean, fan control football taught me a lesson. It developed me a whole 2 years. I had a chance to really get to learn the coaches, learn the Coach Ray, learn all the operation, and man, it's family atmosphere. I mean, when you got a family, got people believe in you and they let you be you, and not only that, everybody ain't gonna see the NFL. We all know, so it giving outside dreams to people like Brandon, Chloe, promoting themselves, production, learning, teaching them culture, cleaning, everything that going on behind the scenes here that people don't see.
Exactly.
Man, like, it's a lot. You got the workout facility. You got the shows. They teaching them. If people want to learn real estate, they really have people come here and talk to them. Wow. So I mean,
I'm telling you,
that's what people don't understand. There, he sees football, but he sees life.
Yes,
he want to take people from where they had nothing to where you gonna give them gold, and you can see it through and chase your goal. So man, it's outstanding to everybody behind the scenes. I promise you, it comes held hands down. Can't be beat, won't be beat, and you see the views.
Yeah. You got 2.8 that first week when you only got 2.8 that last season. I'm gonna tell you, Ray. I'm gonna shout Ray out, man.
Most definitely. I got his shirt on, right?
There you go. Yeah.
I gotta show Ray out. Also, Sarah, the whole staff here.
The whole staff. I said the whole
Josh.
football operation.
Josh. Yep.
You can't miss nobody. You miss somebody, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. Dude, man, it's like, man, what I love about, you can see the family, environment that they build here,
family.
Man. And like you said, I love what you said. It's bigger than just the football, right?
Most definitely.
For one, you're providing something for the viewers,
Most
right?
Definitely.
Let me tell you one quick thing, right? So I coach flag football, my sons, and I was telling my team, I was like, "Yo, I was just in Atlanta last week. I got a chance to go to FCF and watch a couple of games." And one of my players like, "FCF?" I was like, "Yeah, you know about FCF?" It's like, yeah. I was telling my dad about that. Man, I would love to see. I watch the games. I go online and watch them. I follow all the teams and everything. Oh, man, this is amazing. It's amazing. I was like, oh, okay. That's what's up, man.
Exactly.
So it's like you just start seeing that the joint spreading. You're seeing it from
everywhere.
Where it started from. I remember when you first told me about it.
Yeah.
And it just going and growing. And then when we got a chance to actually be in the arena last week, and just seeing
Different.
everybody on the
They
field
gave
and
me
all that stuff,
names.
it was just like, yo, I love what the organization has done so far, man, and just I know it's going to keep growing. I said all that because, my question in that is, with all the different types of football organizations that you played with, not only is this a different organization, but it's a different style,
Most definitely.
right? So what adjustments did you have to make in that?
I'm not
to,
even
which
gonna-
was
It's really for going from. It started from college to going from Texas JUCO,
Yeah.
and then going from HBCU to graduating, living the HBCU life. I got the spring experience. I loved it. Next thing you know, going from taking grad school 6 hours to now I'm going to learn a whole nother system. It's like I'm learning multiple systems. I'm like, wow. But it all ties up to you being a dog. So then now this where it comes to here, season 1.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, arena ball, my partners them calling me like, bro, it's different, bro. You got to break down. You ain't like cleat ball.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, now you really got to show your talent because coaches like to see, they like to see big hits, but coaches want to see, can you break down? Coaches want to see, like, can you make a field, a tackle in open field because it happened like this. You ain't got time to be.
Yeah,
You ain't got not in this. You think,
Yeah.
you blank, you look,
Yep.
you
gone.
beat.
End zone.
You beat.
You gone.
You
Yeah,
miss a
yeah,
tackle,
yeah.
he
You
gone.
gone, you gone,
It's
you gone,
50
yeah.
yard.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and then I'm playing at 5 behind the center, behind the nose guard. I'm playing at 5. So think about that. When they say height, the line pushing them back. So I'm coming up, and if a drag or something come behind me, I'm trying to contain the quarterback. They catch it. They a 1 DB miss or slip off.
To the
out
house.
Or you overrun the ball or a pitch.
Yup,
he cut
yup,
back.
yup. Boom.
He
Yeah,
ain't
you
get
have
sucked. He gone. He out of there. So I mean, it was different adjustment because now I had to tackle Quentin Flowers. Man, it was some dogs in the last year.
Flowers.
I mean, we was season 1. We was on lockdown.
Yeah,
See, a lot of people on French Wall. But we had some dogs in here. Judy was throwing it. We had some dogs because I mean, we had to stay locked in the bubble.
That's what I was going to ask
So
you
it's
about.
like it's like, all right. It was like we go to practice, we see each other every day. It was like back to back, like we had our own rooms and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like we started coming and bonding downstairs. They had the production, we had the shows, and we put on the show. It was a great. We seen where it was heading at.
Yeah.
And they headed in the best direction ever. And now right now while it's going on, they gave me a name, Scary Cherry. I love it. I got a brand coming out and everything.
Oh, man.
And then also got a foundation too. So
Okay,
Oh,
we
yeah,
got
talk
talk
about
about that.
yeah, I
We're
got
gonna
a
talk about that,
foundation,
yeah.
and my foundation is for giving back where I come from because they think about like in Polk County, like everybody think like they teach these little kids, man, sell drugs, all that. That's not where it's at. I mean, you can chase your dream, you can kick a door in. Like some people think like in Mississippi and they JUCOs, they think that JUCO is D1, but JUCO, where I come from, everybody think JUCO just because you ain't got the grades or you ain't got. They don't understand that JUCO ain't always bad.
Yeah.
It can get you
Start from
started.
JUCO
You can start
and
and shoot up.
Yeah.
Instead of be down there getting a little kid, working with somebody that work with the police or this and that, throwing a kid off and throwing him as a bait. So he trying to, a grown man. That's where we come from. That's what they do. I mean, looking at that, like, man, I could defeat the odds if I just keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is keep going.
Yeah.
And see through it. And it's real. So my foundation really helped with knowing that I can cause all the NFL players, all my current players that I play with now, recent in the FCF, I can call them and say, brother, show up to the game, show up to my camp for me.
Yeah.
Man, it enlightened the kids.
We're going to have to come down there, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to have one.
yeah.
I'm about to have another one. I just had my first ones.
Yeah.
Doncor came, Coach Jenkins came.
Yeah.
So FCS showed love. They came.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like 20 kids. Dexter, Francois came. The cornerback from Carolina Panthers came.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of my boys came.
Yeah,
I got it set up where a lot of people finna come this time, and we're gonna do it right in my community, in my hood this time where I'm from. So I mean, like, I'm gonna build on with that brand because I'm gonna turn back and donate to Boys and Girl Club.
Yep.
Just host different 7-on-7 tournament. I'm working on building up.
Yeah.
So I
I
mean,
love it.
I got my godmother over it, Miss Jenny Smith, and man, it's phenomenal. Got a 503(3), everything you need to know is in the books and it's for the kids. That's
Yes,
why I grew up.
sir.
Never forget where you come from.
Yes, sir. Hey, so I like that you're talking about the stuff that you're doing off the field because basketball players have the advantage because people are seeing their face.
Most definitely.
Even if you're in the NFL, you have a helmet on,
Yep.
and there's a zillion people on one team.
Most
right?
definitely. Most definitely.
So I mean, me and my son was at a somewhere, and he saw this guy and he was like, "Hey, you playing the NBA?" And I walked past the guy 5.
You ain't know who he was.
I didn't know who he was.
He watched TV. He watched that basketball.
So talk about the now that you have the football side you're doing off the field. What I know you're trying to impact the community, but what is the big goal for the community? Because I know that we have a lot of outside agents that's, like you said, the police harassing us, all the different stuff. But what do you want to bring to those kids? Because some of them are not going to make the NFL. They're not going to make it far in football.
It's just life. It's just life that they could be something. I mean, football's staying not for long. NFL.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it might be looking good, a brand and saying NFL dream, but you never know what God got in store for you. But if you keep going, you can make it out that trap. You can come back and help the next one.
Yeah.
So if they seize through it, they might be a mortician. They might be the next lawyer. They might get a degree. They might by them just pushing, the dream could come true.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
never give up.
Just giving them that
Giving
hope.
them hope.
Yup.
Showing them like
Look what Ray did. Life after football.
life after football. And not only that, a long story short, man, I seen like a lot of them like during my journey, when you go into the NFL, oh, they say you ain't going nowhere. But I came back, did a camp, kept going. God seeing it through, they seeing it, and they like, man, wow, that's my cousin. Everybody look up to him. Oh, well, cuz, I'm doing the same thing like you, cuz. So, I mean, after a while, you going to have, they going to always talk about the bad. They never going to talk about what the good you inspired. That's what my dad always tell me. He said, son, he just told me a story about the pack of wolves. He said, it was a store singing wolves. He said, the wolves wanted to attack him. He said, just like how some of your family had tore you, because I was neglected as a baby. So my dad said, you got to take it like this. He said, you out there in that field with them wolves. They'll pack a to come get you. But guess what? They played the flute. The flute distracted them. Took them off. I see you coming, but I can ought to avoid you. And so I can get away from you. When they start hitting the tunes, they whole eat and kill and destroy went away. It was a way to avoid. That's how you got to treat people sometimes. Because at the end of the day, you don't know people's agendas. Everybody got an agenda to try to distract you or push you. Hey, God, you handle that. But I'm going to be me
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
at the end of the day.
Yes,
So,
I
sir.
love it, dude. I love it. One thing I want to talk about too before you go is, you mentioned that you went, you got your degree in criminal justice, right? And quite frankly, I don't know the statistics. I wish I did have the statistics in front of me, but how many players actually go and complete? You know, they'll go to college, play at college. They don't make it to the league. It's like, all right, what am I going to do now? Some people finish, some people drop out, whatever it may be. You know, what gave you that push to say, you know, I'm gonna complete something, this thing right here, man. I'm gonna complete this degree.
happened that 5th year, I mean, I wanted to be a mortician. See, a lot of people know that. My dad used to have a funeral home back then. And so at the end of the day, I was like, man, I'm finding out I'm in a different major, or I'm not seeing no mortician. I'm like, wow, I was told all this, and this ain't true. So, I mean, I figured out, like, I went to diving into my credits. I said, oh, I can graduate early. It's just I got to stop playing ball. I just got to take $300 straight in line. Then I got to pay another $190, another $180. I really got to be in my bag because I got to get these classes done before these 3 weeks up. And that's what I did. So, I mean, graduating when I did that, and they took the credits what I did, because when I went to JUCO, some of my credits were too high for JUCO.
Okay.
So they had to take some to mix it to get me a GED for general studies.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's when I ended up being an early grad to JUCO. And then when I graduated in a year, semester. See, I came in the spring, I graduated in the spring, and then I played that fall at Tennessee Martin for grad school 6 hours.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Got to enjoy the spring life for the HBCU, and I love it.
Yeah.
I know First of all, what I want to do is shout out your pops. Because you said that he had his bumps in the road.
Yeah, most definitely.
But it is, I don't want to say it seems like, because it is, he didn't let that stop him from
Most
being
definitely.
a father
Most definitely.
and from giving you that counsel that you need.
Most definitely, because, man, like, he had funeral home. He had, I ain't gonna lie, he had a little dope house. Everybody knew him, and that used to get down. Hummer, limousine, all that. His story, so some BMF stuff for real, and he know everybody. So then, like he said, I went to street. He went to street for shooting up a street, and I was the baby on his stomach, a baby on his stomach, laying down. And my uncle called him, and he shot 10 people. He went to prison for 7 years, lost all he had. But my uncle told him to get into real estate. He bought a house. And same house, and he would listen to my uncle. He got out, and he got me when I was Gateway in Georgia, and we just built a bond because I met him at 7. He did them 7 years, and after that, he just showed me like, son, this is what people do. They'll talk about the bad, but some people they'll say, oh, doing this, being in the streets, being who is not worth it. It's not. He said, he said, I'm gonna show you. You just keep being nice to people. They'll show you what there is against you. You don't worry what you do for them.
Yeah.
Just respect yourself, and people respect you. And don't burn no bridges. Don't none of all that. And then I got a chance, like he said, I had to throw you out in that water. And I had a chance when police, man. Sometimes we couldn't even go to sleep, and people know that where I'm from. Like, it was house getting busted in. I'm sophomore at Frostproof in high school. Oh. I'm getting pulled over. It was one time I was going home late night, and I was like, something don't seem right. So I just cleaned my car, just cleaned up. And then I went to riding on the road. I see a police behind me. Because when they come get my dad, they come to 5 at him. And it's just, they say he old school. He don't play. So next thing you know, I'm like, something weird. Because the tag ran his name. And I turned down the road, in the police station right there, you see the back, I see 12 of them run to their car. The car that was following me, he curved off, and next thing you know, I get out of the blue, I see lights on me. Oh, Mr. Sherwood. I say, come on, man. This me. I put my hand out. I said, I'm tired of seeing y'all. I done seen U.S. Marshal, all that. I'm tired of seeing you.
Yeah.
It was another time, and I'm like, all right, can I go home? I'm going home. I go to Victory in Lakeland, so I have to drive from Lakeland to Frostproof. You know how Polk County is. That's a drive, trying to wake up 6 in the morning. Then you got to get to school. And I'm like, no, I just go stay at my Uncle Alvin Hopper house and be right across the street. I got to wake up at. I could wake up at 8. Now I ain't got to rush to get to school. Like 25, 30 minutes. You trying to rush early in the morning to get to school. You know how traffic is going through the small town. The school limit. You can only go certain speed and all that. So, I mean, it's just that adversity part of real life that I had. I just say, man, I'm gonna go. He said, you just took the other direction. I was able, like, I had to build houses. I was running in the street with him in Little League, and he had built me a bond with all my brothers and sisters on my mom's side through football. So, I mean, it's like, I was like, wow, I see the difference of, he said, you just took off and lead it up in another direction. But during my college degree, he didn't really understand. But my brother, Dimitri Trier, went to the NFL, and he was telling me, bro, I'm not used to this running around. You more built for it than me, bro. And then, boom, it bumps and blew. My dad, sometimes he didn't. It was times in college with me and him fell off because he was like, man, I don't like people playing with you like that because I know your talent.
Yeah.
Being lied to, I just say, you got to seize it through. Sometimes you got to. I don't blame no coach, nobody but Cecil Chair for his mistakes of going to different colleges because I knew what God told me. Do what you got to do. I got your back.
Man.
Hey, man. A real one. A real one.
Do what you got to
right,
do.
Sitting here right now, FCF.
Most definitely.
Playing in the champ.
We're going to playoffs this week.
Going to playoffs. Yup.
And after playoffs, the rest is history. Whoever got a heavy hitters, we're going all the way.
Yes,
I'm just waiting to find out wins and what team I'm on.
Yeah, there we go.
Because me and my crew ready.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes,
dude.
sir.
Cecil, man,
Heavy
yo,
hitters.
your story, dude, is like, I love it, bro. You know, I just love, you know, just your character, what you were built. It's like you were built for this moment right here through everything that you've gone through in your journey, man. And just your spirit of like, hey, yo, let's go. Like I'm here. I'm awake. I'm alive. I'm blessed. I have all these experiences built up just for today, and I don't know. I'm gonna take all the experiences from today because I don't know what that's gonna do for me tomorrow, right?
Exactly.
You know, and man, we just love what you're doing, especially in your community now. Just giving back. I want you to share if you have a name or if any information you want people to know out there. We definitely want to, if you want to share, we want to let them know about it so they can support
Most
as well, man.
On Instagram, Cecil Cherry Youth Foundation, and then Cecil _Cherry Youth, following regular. But I post everything. So if you go onto my foundation page, I post the poster when the next camp or anything. It just. And I got a Facebook too, Cecil Cherry Youth Foundation. So everything gonna be alert, and you just bring your kids. We're gonna have fun.
Yes,
Love
sir.
it.
I hope
Love
we
it.
can join you down
Most
there.
definitely, come on.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sure I'm aiming for the 23rd of July or the 16th. Me and my dad, we working on where he work at. He been working in that community for 20 years, the same Little League community.
Yep.
And it's like, you know what I'm saying? If we get approved for the fit, we is. But when everything come through how it's supposed to come through, it's gonna be, man, lovely. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be one of the, I'm telling you. I got
It's
some
gonna be a
people
movie.
on, man. Hey, it's gonna be a movie, yeah. Just like we'll be under the cherry tree. So I'm
Yes,
all
sir.
words up right now. Oh, cool. They play spades under there, so
Yeah,
I
there
get
you
the
go. Yeah,
spirit.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm named
yeah.
after my grandfather. A lot of people don't know that too because he rubbed my mama's belly and told her he gonna be special. Named that boy after me, Cecil. His name is Cecil Sanford. And my name is Cecil Sanford Cherry. My dad last name Cherry.
Yeah.
I like that. He said he's gonna be special, naming after me.
Yeah, he did. He did. And that's what he did. It was crazy. Only thing about that's what my mama told me. And this last part when she told me about that, that's when he took his last breath. I never met him. But I like what he said because he was right.
Yeah, dude.
Yes,
I
he
love
is.
it. Well, Travelers, man, we had the honor of talking to none other than Cecil Cherry, man. You hear this story, man. You hear his background, you see where he is now, and you hear where he's going. Like what we need you to do right now is go follow him on his Instagram, Facebook. I want you to find out see where the camps are going. If there's any way they can even donate or support whatever it is, if that's on there.
If you DM the foundation page or you go on to Facebook and DM, I'll make sure my mom get back in contact. My godmother's over
Okay.
there. So it ain't no problem. Or sometimes, like I be on there. Like if you DM me and you want to know on Facebook or IG or anything, I'll be like, all right. I'm not gonna post like the camp and say, 2 weeks of camp. No, I'm gonna give a couple weeks in.
Yeah.
Everybody get the
for
preparations together
For
and
sure.
everything, and so
sure.
that's when I go home. Once I leave here in 2 weeks, like I go to win and complete and finish, I'm going home to get that camp started and get everything in order.
Love it.
Like that win
Love it.
complete
Love
and
it. I know. Win
finish.
complete is in it. I love it. Yeah, he got some crazy,
Yeah,
dude.
you just talk stuff into existence.
Yeah,
He says, you got to make it a barbecue, not a meal, dude.
Yeah. We're barbecue.
Hey, I'm picking up the game, man.
Hey, what they say? You feel me? Now can let me in.
Yeah. Oh, dude, love it. With Travelers, hey, man, we loved being with you guys again for another episode. Special episode as we're working in partnership with FCF, working and interviewing their players. So stay tuned as we just continue to bring just this awesome content to you. Go to our website, thesuccessjourneyshow.com. You can see all the other interviews that we've done, YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, all other listening platforms. Spotify.
Every platform.
We
every
on
platform.
iHeart yet?
We're on iHeart.
Oh, we are, iHeart. 21.6 the net.
Yep.
Check them all out, guys. Man, we are there bringing this exclusive content to you. So, listen, we wouldn't be here without you. So we want to let you know we love you. Thank you for traveling with us, and we'll see you next week at the same time, same place on the Success Journey Show. Everyone have a good one. Peace.
One love.
One love out of there.
Yes.
You've been listening to The Success Journey Show, where your dreams, drive, determination, and diligence are the foundation to success. For more information, check out thesuccessjourneyshow.com. The Journey Squad is here helping you to your destination.